And we have some breaking news from the Milano Cortina Winter Olympics. Just days to go until competition begins. And Canadian figure skater Deanna Stellato-Dudek will no longer be competing in the team event due to an injury. A huge blow, of course, to the 42-year-old athlete. Chris Reyes is part of the CBC team on the ground in Milan.
Oh, absolutely a huge blow, Angie. I'm going to go through the release together with you because it just came into our newsroom. Not a lot of details to share except for that one devastating blow, which is that Deanna Stellato-Dudek will not be competing in pairs figure skating. Again, this is one of the big inspirational story of this Olympics, never mind Team Canada. She was coming into this Olympics at 42 years old, and you know she had shared the story in an interview that this was her big dream to win an Olympic gold. She's already a world champion, won that in 2024 at 40 years old as the oldest woman to ever win the world champion title in any figure skating discipline. So an inspirational story all around. But right now, what we know from this release from the Canadian Olympic Committee and Skate Canada is that she will not be competing in figure skating team event. What we do know, and this detail could open a sliver of hope, is that her condition and readiness for the individual pairs event is being assessed on a day-to-day basis. And again, we're just a few days away from the opening ceremony. What exactly that means, we don't know. All we know is that they will share more information as it becomes available. This is a blow for Team Canada, given that this is one of their strongest events. You know, we heard from Madeleine Skizas, who's going to be competing in the women's singles, and she said that not only is this devastating, if you think about for any athlete coming all the way here, getting excited to compete, that this is an athlete's worst nightmare. So no doubt her teammates are pulling for her and gathering around her to give her as much support as she needs right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And then that's, of course, really, really critical in all of this. Earlier, you pointed out she's 42 years old, one of the oldest athletes that are competing in these Olympics. It could very well mean that there will not be another Olympics for her to compete. And depending on how she does, how taxing things can be on a person's body in this level of sport. Figure skating is relatively early in the roster for the games, which begin on the 6th. Some competition actually on the 4th. So day by day, as you point out, Chris, is going to be really, really critical in all of this to see is there any level of competition that she can compete in.
Absolutely.
That's CBC's Chris Reyes for us in Milan, Italy. Thanks for that, Chris, part of our CBC Olympic team. And as Chris mentioned there, her teammate, Madeleine Skizas, is also reacting to Deanna having to step out of competition. Take a listen to what she had to say here.
It's obviously devastating when a longtime member of your team gets hurt, especially, you know, in the final days before an event like this. Like, it's everyone's worst fear. It was definitely mine, like mine and my coaches in the last couple of days, that something bad was gonna happen. So I think we're all just thinking of her. Deanna has really been a staple, like, on the circuit the last 4 years. I know that we're quite close. We've roomed together at many events. We text, and so I just really feel for her, and I'm thinking of her and of Max right now. Like, she's living everyone's worst nightmare, and I really hope that, you know, she has a good support network around her, and I know that she does.
That's Canadian figure skater Madeleine Skizas, the only Canadian female singles skater now at the Winter Olympics.